So welcome back to another rebuild here on NBA 2K24 Next Gen. In today's video, we have our final prospect rebuild before the 2024 NBA draft, and today it's going to be Devin Carter to the Sacramento Kings. So Devin Carter is one of these players that feels like has rose significantly through these draft boards, through all the mock drafts and all the scouting reports and all those things. He's a 3-year college player, spent the final 2 at Providence College, and ultimately he is a player that I think can really help a kind of fringe playoff team, that being the Sacramento Kings today. So there are no guarantees he's even sitting here at 13. Some people have him in the top 10, but with maybe a little bit of an uncertain future in terms of what they want to do with their roster, I think Devin Carter makes a lot of sense here to Sacramento if he is still sitting there at number 13. We'll talk about my thoughts on Carter as a prospect a little bit more once we get into the video, but real quick, I do want to say thank you to all of you guys. I have very much enjoyed the pre-draft prospect rebuilds. I know they're only 3 years. Trust me, we are getting some 5-year rebuilds post-draft, which you're seeing this on Wednesday. It actually is draft day. That's why we're doing the final one today. There will not be a 5-year prospect rebuild tomorrow. I will do my best to have one out on Friday. Reason for that is I record my videos, a day before, so I can't, predict the future, obviously. But very much looking forward to the NBA draft tonight, and I think it is going to be an absolute blast. And let me know any other video it is you want to see down below. Let's get into this one. Devin Carter is one of these 3-year college players that significantly took a jump in his game every single year. Had his best season in his third and final college season, second year at Providence. And he is a prospect that, as I just talked about, I really think can be an impactful player, a day one player on a fringe playoff team, if not a playoff team in general. Of course, those teams typically don't have lottery picks, though. So Sacramento was a team that made the playoffs last season, year before that. We're not a playoff team. And then this previous season that we all just finished up also missed out on the playoffs. So I think Devin Carter would be a good addition. He's a fantastic defensive guard. He is an unbelievable rebounder for his size. And he's somebody that certainly will need a little bit of work, especially in terms of playmaking, maybe kind of creating his own shot. But I really do think he's a fantastic prospect. And I am excited to have a Sacramento Kings rebuild with him today. So as I talked about the uncertainty potentially surrounding this Kings roster, I do think they need to make some sort of big move this offseason. I think it's going to be one of those moves that say, hey, let's go continue to shoot for the playoffs. I don't think it's going to be one of those let's blow it up kind of trades, but I do think this is a competitive team. They're just not in that kind of upper echelon of Western Conference contenders. So let's talk about this team. De'Aaron Fox, all things I've seen so far, has been unwilling to commit to a contract extension with the Kings until he kind of sees that roster take shape. And honestly, I don't really blame him. This is a team that has not had a very promising history in terms of success, and I really do think De'Aaron Fox, as kind of their franchise guy right now, him and Sabonis, should be considerate of all of his options. So still has 2 years left on his deal. I'm not saying they're trading him. I haven't seen anything like that, but you definitely got to build a roster to make him happy because you do not want to piss off De'Aaron Fox, but he is a fantastic point guard. Davion Mitchell, I thought would be a little bit better at this point in his career. Again, I know he isn't always getting the most consistent playing time, but here today, at least for now, he will all likelihood be my backup point guard. Here at the shooting guard spot, Malik Monk actually signed an extension with the Kings. I will go ahead and update that, make sure it is accurate in terms of a dollar amount. But yes, myself included, many other people probably thought he was going to depart Sacramento for an even bigger payday. 2K just hasn't updated the extension. I'll obviously do that. Keon Ellis, only 24 years old. Very excited to see what he can kind of bring to this team. Again, there are now a lot of guards on this team, especially with the addition of Carter. Kevin Huerter is one of those guys, pretty decent three-point shooter. May kind of be the odd man out at some point, though. He is 6'7", maybe can play about some backup small forward. And then we talked about Carter quite a bit. I'm excited to see him in any NBA uniform. I think he'll be great in Sacramento. I think he'll be great wherever he lands because I really do like him quite a bit. And then Colby Jones, at this point, he's just kind of buried in the depth that they have here, but he is only 22, so we'll see. Small forward spot. This is one of those positions that needs a serious upgrade. Harrison Barnes is not a long-term solution at anything in any role. I mean, maybe if you want him as like a 7th man on your team, that's fine, but a starting small forward on a team that is actively trying to be competitive in a loaded Western Conference is not a good option. So I understand Harrison Barnes probably doesn't have a ton of trade value, but you need to find an upgrade there, and you need to do it quick. Chris Duarte and then Kessler Edwards, fine, I guess, rotation pieces. They're probably not going to be big parts of today's video. Keegan Murray is somebody I expect to take an even bigger jump heading into year 3. Really good three-point shooter for his size at 6'8". Wow, was it really that big of a fall-off after his rookie season? Wow, I did not know that. But I think his game can continue to get better, and at an 81 overall, only 23 years of age, I have no doubt that he'll all likelihood be my power forward the entire time. And then Trey Lyles and Sasha Vezenkov are also players that I would maybe like to improve at some point. Both are under contract heading into next season, but we'll see how that goes. Domantas Sabonis, Very, very good NBA player. I still don't think he gets the credit for just how good he is. And he's somebody that's 99% chance going to be my center the entire time today. Certainly not the best defensive center in the world, but I mean, the man's a damn near walking triple-double every single game out there. So JaVale McGee, Alex Len certainly would like to improve the backup big man spot as well. So that's the team as things stand right now. It is an interesting group. I do think there are some upgrades that need to be made and that will be made in real life. So Keegan Murray obviously picking up the 2-year team option. JaVale McGee picks up his $6 million player option. Not really a huge surprise there. And then forward Edwards, Jones, and Slauson. We're going to let you all walk. I think that probably makes the most sense. So this is also not a team with really any money. I'm just going on LeBron, for example. About $12.5, $13 million in cap space, and that's certainly not the most flexible out of any team in the world. So I think it is officially time to get into some trades. I think Mikal Bridges would be a really nice addition to this team, both in real life and in 2K. He is clearly an upgrade over Harrison Barnes. He is basically an NBA Iron Man, and ultimately his time in Brooklyn is maybe coming to an end. It does not make sense to rebuild around him. So he'd be a nice upgrade in terms of our small forward spot. They are obviously not just going to trade him to me for nothing. So I got to be kind of careful here with what I offer. Can't even afford Jones. All right, so we got to be, very, very careful with what we're maybe willing to give up here. Okay, that was actually easier than I thought. So the addition of Mikal Bridges is certainly going to help this team, both from an offensive and defensive perspective. He is younger than Harrison Barnes, and he is certainly a more talented player. So right now, we are basically kind of all set with the big moves, I think. My plan right now is to play Kevin Huerter at the backup small forward. He actually jumps up 2 overalls, which is certainly nice to see. And then we're obviously going to go ahead and get Devin Carter some minutes. So unfortunately, that kind of leaves Colby Jones out. Also, if you didn't see it, I'll just let you guys know right off the rip. We did trade Keon Ellis. I know some Kings fans may be mad at me for that, but you have to give up something in order to get something. So I'm fine with it, considering we drafted Carter basically to, be that backup shooting guard behind Malik Monk. So Colby Jones is still sitting here. I will give Davion Mitchell a year at my backup point guard. I'm hoping that overall can take an improvement and a jump, but it is a little bit of a risk as he is somebody who will be entering free agency after this season. So right now, there's really not any other major moves. I'm going to upgrade Vezenkov. I am going to upgrade JaVale McGee. So I guess there are a few more trades. So how about McGee and Duarte? Are there anything in terms of a backup power forward, backup center? Zeke Naji, somebody I've traded for before. Jock Lawndale and a first-round draft pick's actually not terrible. He's only 28 years old, multi-year contract. Actually, that's a really good trade. All right, Jock Lawndale, welcome to the team. He's going to be the backup here for Domantas Sabonis. And then I don't necessarily 100% have to improve the backup power forward spot, but I think I wouldn't mind doing it. I mean, Colby Jones just kind of fell out of the rotation. So let's see, power forward. Kleba, no. Oh, man. Chaya Bajie is only 24. I don't hate it. I don't love it, though. All right, we're going to pick up Chaya Bajie. Still relatively young at only 24, which is certainly nice. It's a few overalls lower than kind of what we had before, but we're in a really good spot, all things considered. I think it's pretty clear that this team has enough talent to make the playoffs, even in a very, very good Western Conference. We made some nice additions to this team that I think are really going to benefit us both in year 1 and in the long run all the way through year 3. So here's how it's going to look. It is De'Aaron Fox, Malik Monk, Mikal Bridges, new addition. You got Keegan Murray heading nicely up in the overall department up to an 84, and then Domantas Sabonis, obviously our starting center. So really 1 through 5, not a lot of surprises. I don't think anybody, was expecting anything different. Kevin Huerter will be my 6th man. We move into the backup small forward spot. Devin Carter, although the game, God bless 2K, recommending he plays 0 minutes. He'll be playing 18 tonight as my backup shooting guard. Ultimately, I love it in prospect rebuilds when I can, start the player every single time and they can develop as much as possible, but it's just not the way it works. Even if you're, a lottery pick, a late lottery pick, you're not just necessarily going to start. You get it. Jock Lawndale behind him. You got Davion Mitchell and Chaya Bajie rounding out this 10-man rotation, all under head coach Mike Brown. So I'm very excited about the possibilities with this team. Again, I'm fully aware that it is a loaded West, and it's going to be a dogfight out there. So here goes nothing. I'll see you guys at the end of year number 1. Fantastic first season for us here in Sacramento. We go 58-24 throughout the regular season, and way better than I expected. I was thinking we were going to be a hovering 50-win team, but nope. Blew that out of the water. 1,000% will take it. Nikola Jokic, damn near 30-point triple-double. He's your MVP. Not really a surprise. Alex Sarr is your Rookie of the Year in DC. Nikola Topic, Sixth man of the year in San Antonio. Wemby is your depot. Oh, also, I'll just let you guys know right now, my first prospect rebuild, if and whenever it happens, I mean, this is probably common sense and self-explanatory, but yes, I will make sure the draft is 100% accurate. Just got it. Okay. Wemby is your depoy. Czar Thompson, most improved. Anthony Edwards, holy shit, what a season. He's your clutch player of the year. And Mike Malone, Denver Nuggets win 60 games, takes home coach of the year. Come on, give Mike Brown some love here. Are we a fucking 3 seed? Are you kidding me? God, this conference is full of fucking demons. It is us and the Denver Nuggets and Oklahoma City Thunder. We're ahead of us. We are going to have a dance with the San Antonio Spurs in round 1, which anytime you had to face Wemby, God, this East is disgusting. All right, let's get into the stats. Let's just see how everybody kind of played. It was De'Aaron Fox, Domantas Sabonis, Mikal Bridges really kind of emerging nicely as our third option, and honestly, that's kind of all I was hoping for when we made the trade for him. Keegan Murray, really close behind Bridges as a third, fourth option. I'll take it. Malik Monks. We had, 5 guys that were 15-plus points a game? Just, chef's kiss. Beautiful. Devin Carter, 6th scoring option. He was our 7th man off the bench. About 10.5, 11 points, about 4.5, 5 rebounds, 1.5 assists, about a steal a game, half a block. He was 44% from the field, and he's about 36.5, 37% from 3. So it's pretty close to his shooting splits from college, at least in terms of the three-point percentage. Kevin Huerter, Jock Lawndale, Davion Mitchell, and then Achai Agbaje. Rebounds per game led by Sabonis. Assists also Sabonis. It's so insane that Domantas Sabonis. Like, I'm not just talking about this stat line I'm seeing right here. He's still, I don't think people talk about him the way they should. He's very, very good. All right, let's get into the playoffs. As we mentioned, it is Wemby and the Spurs here in the first round. Trey Jones, Devin Vassell, Keldon Johnson, Jeremy Sohan. Added Clint Capella, Nikola Topic. Yeah, they just need a playmaking kind of guard and I think one more elite wing, and this team is going to be really fucking dangerous. All right, here goes nothing. Quickly go up 2-0 on the San Antonio Spurs. Make it 3-0. Make it a sweep. Hell fucking yeah. Now we're moving on to a little bit of a bigger challenge. Another absolutely dominant freak of nature center. This time around, it is Nikola Jokic. Obviously, it would be 4-time MVP at this point, NBA champion, and this is a team that terrifies me. So here goes nothing. We quickly start out with a 1-1 split, go down 2-1, down 3-1, get bounced in 5. Disappointing end to a really, really fun season. I'm not going to sit here and say that we underperformed because I think the Thunder and the Nuggets were both better than us. I don't think that's a crazy take. It is a Thunder and a Raptors finals. And this demon and the rest of the Oklahoma City Thunder. Do they have I'm just curious. Oh, no, never mind. I was like, did they not sign OG Anunoby? It happens every fucking video. All right, let's get into it. It is LeBron James calling it a career. Haslam and Andre Iguodala have been podcasting for quite some time now, so good for them. Horford, Mike Conley, Brooke Lopez. Sad day, man. Sad day. Hall of Fame, LeBron. Oh, Russ called it. I didn't even see that. Wow. It's going to be crazy just seeing all the guys I grew up watching retiring one day. I'm not even just talking about LeBron. I'm talking about, Russ and Paul George and James Harden and Kawhi. All those guys. It's probably going to come within the next 4 to 5 years for all of them. And it's so crazy. Maybe not Paul George, but the rest of them. It's insane. All right, Miami. Wow, I didn't think I saw them in the top. Maybe they just got really lucky. And then do we have our own pick? Don't know. I don't see it. We'll find out in 2 seconds. Mike Brown. Oh, it's the governor. I'm like, who the fuck is that? Mike Brown obviously not going anywhere. Very excited to have him remain our head coach. We will now head up to the draft. We do not have our first round pick. All right. I'm not exactly sure. Oh, I traded it, didn't I, for Mikal Bridges? That makes sense. All right. So 8th overall pick in round 2. I'm actually weirdly going to draft somebody there because we don't have a lot of guys, under contract outside of our 10-man rotation. So, no matter who we draft here, probably not going to play. Could even just be a trade piece, but you never know. Nasir Cunningham, sure. Welcome to Sacramento. I don't fucking know. Welcome to the team. He's a 72 overall. It's certainly better than a second-round pick. Murray and Agbaje are going to be both brought back. Davion Mitchell, I will qualify. I think I would like to look for an upgrade at some point in time. So he's our only free agent, and so we're basically just keeping the entirety of this core intact, at least at the moment. I'm not sure if there's going to be an upgrade in the starting 5, but I do think one sort of bench upgrade would be nice. We're making a deal here with the Boston Celtics to land us Peyton Pritchard. We're also getting Jordan Walsh in this deal. Pritchard is going to be the upgrade at the backup point guard spot that we have been looking for. And then Davion Mitchell will just be included in another deal that lands us a new backup power forward. As much as I love Jordan Walsh and as much as I really do think he could be a good NBA player here at a 72 overall, it's just not going to cut it when we're trying to compete for a championship. So right now we're just going to re-sign or call it a sign and trade, call it whatever the hell you want with Davion Mitchell. And then we're going to look for some options at the backup power forward spot. So that that's just kind of really where we're at right now. Not a lot of major changes, but improving the bench is always important, and I really do think it's going to be the step that we're really looking for in the right direction. So we'll offer these two guys in a second-round pick. I'm looking power forward. Vince Williams Jr. is not a power forward, but I really like him. God, that would have been nice. Fontecchio also there. Jared Vanderbilt. That is a very, very nice addition off the bench. All right, that's about as good as it's going to get. Okay. Thank you very much, Los Angeles Lakers. We're also getting Max Lewis in this deal. Is he expiring? Because if he is, he has a team option. Can I get a first? If somebody wants to give me a first, I'll certainly. Well, thank you very much, Chicago. All right, that is our new and improved 10-man rotation as we head into year number 2. Last season, I think we hit our ceiling in terms of potential, right? I don't think we were really ever going to beat the Denver Nuggets or the Oklahoma City Thunder, and I don't even know if we'd beat them this year. But we have improved the bench unit a little bit. The starting 5 remains intact, and I really do think this is a team that once again could be a top 4 seed here in a very, very good West. It is De'Aaron Fox, Malik Monk, who did his overall go down? Did I make that up? Was he like an 83? I don't know. Maybe I'm making that up. Mikal Bridges, Keegan Murray, and then Domantas Sabonis. Again, I was hoping Murray's overall would go up a little bit more, but 84 overall is fine by me. Pritchard is going to be my new 6th man off the bench. Kevin Huerter was it last year. It is now Pritchard. Devin Carter, fun fact, is actually the lowest overall on our team, but I have to get him significant minutes, and I want to get him significant minutes. It is his rebuild, so he's my backup shooting guard. Jared Vanderbilt, new addition here from the Lakers. Kevin Huerter still here, and then Jock Lawndale. So all things considered, a really talented bench to go with a really talented starting 5 and a really, really talented head coach. So here goes nothing, man. I'll see you guys at the end of year number 2. We improved by 5 games after year 1, heading into year 2, and we go 63-19. All things considered, it is a fantastic second season for us, and we're looking to make a little bit more noise come playoff time. SGA coming off a Finals MVP, wins regular season MVP. Speaking of, oh my goodness, fucking Thunder and all these draft picks. They're going to eliminate me at some. I can just feel it. Rob Dillingham, your 6th man of the year in Utah. Wemby is your depoy once again. Isaiah Collier in a Miami Heat jersey scares the living shit out of me. Actually, majority of players in a Miami Heat jersey scare the shit out of me. Oh my God, Donovan Mitchell is a Brooklyn Net. He's your clutch player of the year. Mike Brown does. That's what I'm fucking talking about, baby. Mike Brown, let's fucking go. We are the 1 seed, which is certainly good news because, I mean, there's never any sort of guarantees with these sorts of things, and even better news that we don't see these demons until the Western Conference Finals at a minimum. And then the Charlotte Hornets now emerging as the new favorite, or the best team, at least record-wise, in the Eastern Conference. Here are the numbers. Let's get into it. Fox, Monk, Bridges, Sabonis, Murray, Carter, Pritchard. You can read, you get it. What is that? That is 7 guys? That's 7 guys in double figures. Thing of beauty. Team basketball. 14.5 boards a game for Sabonis. 8.5 assists. Guys, just so fucking good. Round 1. Us and the Phoenix Suns. All right. Not my favorite matchup. Booker, Beal. This is Dalton Connect, not Dalton Knight. I will make sure the names are accurate too once we update the draft. Kevin Durant, Unique Chung. I'm not really sure who this is. It's a cool name, though. Jared McCain, now his son as well, David Roddy. All right, let's get into it. It is the first round of the playoffs. Certainly not an easy matchup. I do think we're a better team. They probably have the best player in Kevin Durant. Don't do this. Thank you. On to the West semis once again. This is where our season ended last year. I do not want our season to end here again this season. Luka, similar to round 1. They do have the best player in the series, Kyrie Irving here as well. This is a very talented Dallas team, so it's going to be a fight. Not a good start. No, oh, my God. Wow. That is bad. That is about as bad as it gets. All right, what happened in round 2? I don't really know. I mean, it wasn't like anybody was terrible. I mean, we played team basketball all season, and it was team basketball that ended up as a sweep. So, I mean, whether you want to admit it or not, we certainly need at least one kind of major improvement in this team, and maybe even more than one. I'm not going to sit here and say that it's a huge upset because, you know, the Dallas Mavericks are very good, but okay. I am curious, just for really. All right, 2K. One of those days. Okay, we clearly need to make an improvement, right? There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. I don't want to trade anybody on this team because I like this team quite a bit, and I really do think everybody fits really well together for kind of the way we've been going about this rebuild. But oh my, how did the Thunder just? Oh my God! I know there's protections and shit in real life on all the draft picks they have, or a lot of them, but It's insane to think that it's even a remote possibility that at some point within the next 5 years, the Thunder win a championship and then end up with like a really high lottery pick. It's fucking crazy. Still very happy with the job Mike Brown has done. Maybe there'd be some sparks about potentially moving on after 2 kind of short playoff endings, but it is what it is. Similar to what we did last year, we will draft somebody at number 29. Probably will not be in the rotation. Noah Newman, sure, he's just the highest ranked player here. Probably going to be traded. But ultimately, wow, he's even lower than the guy we drafted last year in round 2. Carter obviously coming back. Keegan Murray entering free agency. I believe Mikal Bridges is also free. Holy shit. All right. Murray is somebody I'd like to retain, obviously. Same with De'Aaron Fox. We got to make sure we get the unrestricted guys first. That's most important. And then we'll bring back Herter as well. All right, and then one more day. Do not renounce Murray, obviously. And then we are just going to make sure we get him back. And then that big trade, whatever it may be, is certainly on its way. DeJounte Murray is clearly an upgrade over Malik Monk, and although I don't want to trade Malik Monk, I do think it makes sense if we're trying to win a championship and not just, enjoy the vibes heading into year 3. So Malik Monk, Jock Londale, Noah Newman, who we just drafted, is what I'm currently offering to the Atlanta Hawks. Londale's 30, although he fit his role as our backup center well. He was playing 10 minutes a night. It's really not the end of the world. I can replace him. So let's see what Atlanta probably wants some more draft picks. I have some assets. I don't exactly have a shit ton, but we're heading into the final season anyways. So DeJounte Murray, welcome to the team. He's an upgrade, whether you want to admit it or not. I don't know if he's a better fit necessarily than Malik Monk was, because Malik Monk's one of those players that really fits his role well. DeJounte Murray a little bit above a role player tier, but I do think it'll be a seamless transition, and ultimately we needed to make an improvement. So now I'm looking for a backup center. My backup center options are, they're not fantastic, but again, it's 10 minutes a night, so it's not the end of the world. So Jackson Hayes, welcome to Sacramento, hopefully. I don't know. Yeah. Do I want to maybe look to make one more improvement? Because we're good with the backcourt. Pritchard and Carter obviously staying. I think Kevin Herter could maybe be a slight upgrade. He's making about $6-7 million bucks. So I go like shooting guard / small forward, making $7 million, right? Because I still have some draft picks. And although I'm not saying we didn't win because Kevin Herter is, whatever, I do think there's maybe a slight improvement out there. Like Cam Whitmore. I know he's an 84 overall, so he's probably not going to... Are you... 127,000? This game is so fucking ridiculous, and it's such bullshit that I even have to do... Like, I don't want to do this. I think I should just be able to make a trade. Right? It's 127 million or thousand fucking dollars, right? I mean, that's a lot to you and I, but that is not a lot for an NBA trade. It's just absolutely insane. All right, where is he? Cam Whitmore. Let's give up whatever we have to. Kevin Herter, and I'll also... They were the one taking on too much money. Okay, this is not happening. This fucking game is going to piss me off today. GG Jackson, please tell me that you have some money in order to make a trade happen. This fucking game is going to piss me off today. I don't want to get Jaime Jaquez Jr. I get him a decent amount, but ultimately heading into what could be, obvious or not could be, what is our final... Thank you. See you at the start of year 3. You all probably realized that I traded Devin Carter, not Kevin Herter. Yeah, I fucked that one up. I got him back. I didn't do trade override. I legitimately just gave up another draft pick. Yeah, that's a fuck up on me. My bad. In both of our first 2 seasons, we've had really successful regular season and ultimately came up just way too short in the NBA playoffs. We haven't even been to a conference final yet. And although that's not crazy looking at the output of where we started with this team, I really do think it is now or never, and that's kind of obvious. It's year 3. You get it. Here's how it's going to look. It is De'Aaron Fox, DeJounte Murray, Mikal Bridges, Keegan Murray, and Domantas Sabonis. Is Sabonis overall going down? What the fuck is this game? Good God. Jaime Jaquez Jr., obviously, a welcomed addition to this team. He is an improvement over Kevin Herter. Devin Carter, who we obviously traded back for with the Miami Heat. I am very excited to have him here. I did not, obviously, mean to trade him for Jaquez. Peyton Pritchard behind him, Jared Vanderbilt, and then Jackson Hayes. So, I mean, this is a really talented team. This is a championship caliber team. I think DeJounte Murray is going to do big things as our new backup, as our new starting shooting guard. So, that's it. I will see you guys at the end of the final regular season. It is our best regular season record yet. Unfortunately, we've had 3 very good regular seasons and 3 not so great postseasons. We do go 66-16 though, which is hopefully going to put us in position as the 1 seed once again. Luka MVP, Cameron Boozer is your rookie of the year, Reed Shepherd's your 6th man, Wemby is your deep boy, Liam McNeely, I don't know who that is, but okay, good for you. Tyrese Maxey, clutch player of the year, Mike Brown, second straight coach of the year. Hopefully it is a different tune for this team come playoff time. We were 12 games up in the Dallas Mavericks. We were clearly the best team in the league, at least in terms of record. And it is time to win a fucking championship. I am sick of coming up. Oh shit, sorry. That's my video for today. I'm sorry. PTSD for a lot of you in the morning. I'm sorry. It is time to win a championship. It is. Let's just go out and do that. Round 1. It is us and the New Orleans Pelicans. Daniels, Jones, Ingram, Zion. I'm not even going to try. All right, we win game 1 at home, win game 2 at home, win game 3 at home. We sweep. Beautiful start. Now does the Golden State Warriors. Steph Curry's still here. They've added some nice, not nice and new, but young pieces around Steph. So, I mean, Steph's always going to scare me no matter what, the surrounding core is, whatever the situation is. They won game 1. We win 4 straight. Western Conference Finals. We knew it was coming at some point. Interesting. No more J-Dub. This team may be beatable. They might be. Good start. Okay, 3-1. Close them out. We're in the NBA Finals. And wouldn't you know, it is Tyrese Haliburton going against his old team. It is Domantas Sabonis going against his old team. I think we can very much beat this group. I do. Up 2-0. Make it 2-1. Make it 3-1. Back to Sacramento for a potential closeout game. Don't choke this. Come on. Thank you. Oh. Are you fucking kidding me? Championship hanging in the balance, and you're getting your backs blown out. I am sick. I'm sick. All right, now we head back to Indiana here. I don't want Game 7. I'd like to get this done. I don't want to do it on the road. I'd much rather do it at home, but it is what it is. And we are going to be holding a slight lead. I'll see you guys in there. Typically, I'd be comfortable with an 11-point lead with 3:14 to go, but as I'm sure many of you are aware, I'm not exactly very good. Hello? How the fuck did that miss? Oh my god. I'm not very good at this game, and the CPU it always pisses me off as well. Good. That's what I was looking for. All right, now a 13-point lead. It goes under 3 minutes. We just got to focus right now. We have been playing team basketball this whole video. It is a very unselfish brand of basketball. And ultimately, if we continue that and we play smart, we make the right play, the right reads, good defensive keys, we are going to be all set, and we are hopefully going to win our first championship. So is this Miles Bridges? Not exactly my favorite human being out there, but he hits a mid-range jump shot. All right, it is back to 11. I did not realize they were full court pressing, or at least attempting a full court press. De'Aaron Fox, let's just dribble right around Tyrese Haliburton. A little righty finish for the lefty. How are you? I'll fucking take it. All right, let's chat about Devin Carter. I know he's not in here right now. I know we've talked a lot about him, but I really do believe, especially, as prospects, and I know it's like just a wide conception that, if you're a multi-year college player, you might be a little bit more ready to help out a team in the NBA than like some of the freshmen, like the 18, 19-year-olds that are coming in the league. Because Devin Carter's, 21, 22, something like that. So it is understandable. They've played more years of basketball at a higher level. But I think Devin Carter, just the way he's improved his game every year in college, not just for the fact that he was a multi-year college player, but he's shown significant improvement. Guys don't fly up draft boards the way he does for no reason. I really do believe that he has the right tools, right mindset to be somebody that can have a serious impact on a fringe playoff team, or even a playoff team if he ends up sliding in the draft a little bit. So excited for the draft. It is tonight when you're seeing it. It is tomorrow when I am recording this, but that time of year, man, we have finally made it to the draft. I know it was a little break without any sort of NBA action, whether it's off-season stuff or actual basketball. But that's a bad shot. I am just so pumped for all the trades that could possibly be coming. And I think it's going to be a very, very fun offseason. So we'll do one more kind of possession here after Tyrese. Just shoot. It's over. Thank you. He's going to miss. How do you miss that? Okay, let's do something fun. Let's call for the ISO here with Fox. And let's call for the screen. Thank you. I was wanting it to be Sabonis. Dive. Big slam. Good night. We end up winning on the road, finishing this series in 6 games, and Domantas Sabonis, really good splits all around, is your finals MVP. Alrighty, friends, that is it. That was the Devin Carter Sacramento Kings rebuild. Obviously, he was never in the starting lineup, and as I'm sure many of you are aware, that's just the way it goes sometimes. So, I stand by what I said about him. I think he's a really, really fun prospect. I really think he can make an impact at the NBA level. And I'm very excited to see where he lands tonight, actually. So this one was fun. I hope you guys enjoyed. Of course, let me know any other video ideas down below in the comment section. I'm not sure what tomorrow's rebuild is going to be because, as I've told you, I record my videos the night before, and as much as I wish I could, I cannot see into the future, so I do not know who is going number 1 overall. It's probably Reza Shea, but So you're going to get a non-prospect rebuild tomorrow, most likely, unless a blockbuster trade goes down between now and then, but I'm just rambling at this point. Friday should be the first 5-year prospect rebuild. That's what I'm trying to say. Let me know any other video it is down below in the comment section. As always, thanks so much for watching. I love you guys. I'll catch you guys all in the next one.